Hey there, Middle Earth strategy battle gamers. We are here after a huge announcement. Yesterday was one of the biggest announcements in SBG history. So I'd like to start off this video by saying that this is not going to be a news video. The STF Wargaming, they have an excellent news program on their channel. I recommend you check them out and subscribe to them. This video is going to be specifically about the history or the future of SBG and the future our channel is going to take. So the first slide I have is, of course, you can see this new Theoden model. Theoden is my favorite, not my favorite, one of my favorite SBG characters, or Lord of the Rings characters, and I have all the Theoden models that you can get. And I definitely plan on buying this model, even if he's exclusive to the box set, which I believe he is. So, our channel, me and Sam and Dan in particular, we fully support the new box set, the Pelennor Fields. We feel like that it's a step in the right direction. I think that it's exactly what they need to do, and I think the Pelennor Fields in general is what they need to do to launch Middle Earth. So I 100% support the launch and the announcements, and I am 100% excited to purchase these items. So we're going to go on then to what I was going to talk about in the video. So the future of the game is very bright. If I was asked 2 years ago, even maybe 3 years ago, if I thought this was going to happen, I would have said no. I was very worried at that point that the game was losing support, and I was wrong. It's a huge glimmer of hope. So, what are we planning on doing? So, the future of the channel is like this. My life personally has changed a lot since we first started filming. I've actually been promoted a few times, so my kind of work is interfered a little bit, and I'm currently enrolled as a student. Dan is as well, and Sam, his life is changing. So that's why this year so far we haven't had as many videos. Now we would love to have a lot more videos up. I feel like that if we had a video a day, like we were doing at one point, that was my goal. That's exactly what I wanted to do. But a few things here and there have come up in life that have kept us from doing that. So I'm sorry for that, but life as it is. So we are planning our team, not just me, Dan, and Sam, but Derek and Powers and a few other guys in our league are going to be going to Nova this year. I don't think we said that, so we're going to go to Nova. We're taking, I'm not necessarily sure if it's going to be kind of competitive-ish armies, but we're going to be going, and we're going to be working very hard on trying to get that set up. So we're going to go to Nova, plan for a Nova journey vlog, and also plan for a Fords of the Potomac 2 journey vlog. That will be at the end of July. It's another tournament we're going to. By the way we see it's kind of a Nova practice, and it's going to be just another some more content for the channel. So let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see in the vlog. I know that the vlogs tend to be a little bit shorter compared to the other videos, but I'm gonna try and give you guys a little more content of that. Whenever we go out to events and things, giving you guys more vlogs and better vlogs too. So that's one way I'm planning on trying to expand the channel. Of course, with the release of Middle Earth, expect more unboxings and reviews if you guys want to see content like that. I plan on buying everything that comes out related to Rohan, and I'll probably buy some fiefdom stuff, because many of you know I started a fiefdom's army, so I need a few more, maybe Dahlmroth Knights on foot, and yeah, so I'm planning on doing a lot more unboxings, hopefully. So the history of the channel has been pretty long. We started this channel initially to try and help the local community, so the North Carolina community grow. And with the formation of the American Strategy Battle Game Alliance, and with the this huge growth in the American community, basically the goals that we made when we first started the channel have been met. So right now, we're using our channel as part of our hobby, and we were originally, me and Dan kind of were talking about it. We had thought about maybe stop filming, just kind of let the channel go out as it was. But after things kind of came up in news, and I just feel like we should continue. I think if you guys want us to, if you guys would support it and feel like this is a pretty good channel, let me know in the comments below. I think that we could have a lot of potential, especially with the new stuff coming out. And the fact that our local group has grown, we have probably tripled from what we originally were. I could say with confidence that we have 15 players if everyone showed up, the day of. So I'm excited for that. I plan on maybe doing another video like this about how to start a local group, because I know some people have asked in seminars and things like that, how do you do it, to various other people, and we've had a pretty good run at starting a kind of local group, and I think that it would be really a really good video, kind of insightful to anyone who would be interested in starting a SBG group in your local area. So part of the thing behind that, though, is showing support to Games Workshop, because they're the company that produces the games. So I think that the new Middle-earth stuff, I plan on supporting 100%. I think Dan and Sam do. I know they do. Dan told me any Gondor stuff, and it's how I feel about Rohan. Anything Rohan and Gondor related, it's going to be, we're going to buy it up pretty quick. So yeah, so I think I want to see you guys in the comments below. Tell me what you're looking forward to the most. I want to know what you plan on buying, because the Pelennor Fields is such a huge event. There could be so many more fiefdom factions. Of course, I don't have the rules in front of me, so I don't know what exactly their profiles are going to be. What's added, but there are a lot of characters in the fiefdoms. There's so many characters and factions that are in the fiefdoms. Gondor, I think, is pretty well covered after the Ingold and the Warden of the Keys. Maybe a few captains here and there that I kind of forgot about, because I haven't read the Return of the King in quite some time. But definitely Rohan, they can throw characters in like Elfhelm. So I think that it's important to play kind of army that you care the most about. So for instance, when I first started SBG, it's actually a pretty interesting story. So when I was in middle school, I'm now in my mid-20s, so I was in middle school, so this is a long time ago. There was a video game called Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, and I had a few friends in middle school who we would play that game a lot, and I always played Rohan. I always took Theoden and Eomer and Eowyn, because these are characters that I really loved from the movies. And I'm not really sure why. I just always liked Rohan. As a nation, I always liked Theoden. I always liked the design, the kind of Anglo-Saxon look. So I had a buddy, and he's like, "Hey, you want to get into this game called Warhammer with me? It's kind of like Battle for Middle-earth." I was like, not really. I just a list of excuses I gave him. And then a few weeks later, he came up to me, "Hey, man, there's a Lord of the Rings version of Warhammer. Would you be interested in that?" And I asked him, I was like, "Well, can you play Rohan?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, yeah, I'll play," because that's how much I really enjoyed the faction in Battle for Middle-earth. So, in a way, I started SBG because of that video game Battle for Middle-earth. It's strange because I still play strategy battle game, I don't play Battle for Middle Earth anymore. But I think strategy battle game, because I've also gone on now to play Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy, and I always come back to strategy battle game because to me personally, it's a perfect strategy game. Now, of course, there's always going to be that small, that small part of it that is chance, the luck of the dice. But compared to the other two, I just feel like this game is the most balanced. So that's one reason why I keep coming back to it. Um, so yeah, it's kind of a weird story. I start from this game when I was in middle school, and this was back when SBG was in its prime, its peak. This is when, I think within a month or two of me getting into the game, the Siege of Gondor rules came out, where there was a huge launch for it. Now, I'm not saying that I personally feel like we're going to be coming back into those days now, but those are just the time I remember of SBG is when I first got into it. It was huge, huge. We used to go down to the local Games Workshop in Denver, where I lived, and we would play SBG all day. They had all the models in the shelves. You can buy I bought like 4 blisters of Rohan Royal Guard one time. So it's a unique thing because I think most people who play strategy battle game that I know have been playing it for a long time. They started it back when the movies came out and they still play it. I think personally, I think SBG has the best and the most dedicated fan base out of any of the uh, systems. Now, of course, I'm biased because I'm part of the community, and I know the other systems have great communities as well. But I think it's just something different about the strategy battle game community that really stands out to me, and I'm proud to be a member of it. And really, when I first started, the tournament scene was actually a long time ago. It was back in 2012 when the initial launch happened. It was the Kingdoms of Men, the Free Peoples, the Fallen Realms, Moria Angmar, and Mordor. Within a month of those books coming out, I was a member of the Denver League. People like Rob Cruz, who's on the Lord of the Rings SBG battles. So we would play at his venue and his tournaments. And that was probably some of the best times I've ever had in SBG. The fresh new books coming out, the new profiles, the kind of it just changed the game itself. That it's hard to explain, and that's what I think is going to happen with the new rules, with the new profiles. Basically, the way I see it, SBG as we know it is going to change, and I think it's going to be a fresh new take on the game. Now, I'm personally not worried about the changes they're making because I know the Middle Earth team that is working on the game has the best intentions for the game, and I know that they're a very bright team. I personally think that we'll be seeing this surge of profiles, of rules, of models, and I'm hoping that it'll bring back those days of when the new books were coming out, when everything was so fresh. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think it's a perfect time to get back into SBG. Anyone who watches this video and is thinking about getting back into it, you played it, you've never played it, but you think about getting into it, I 100% recommend it. Not only do you get to relive the works of Tolkien, the movies by Peter Jackson, but you also get to be a part of the community, which is a friendly and very, very friendly, and they have a passion. I think being a member of that kind of community is very strong, very powerful. So I definitely would recommend it to anyone interested. And I think also, whoever's interested, you're coming into it at a very good time. I think it's a very great time to get back into the game, because the sky's the limit right now for what we can see. Well, guys, I'm gonna try. Like I said, I'm gonna try and keep this video short. But I'd like to see in the comments below on models you guys want to see, future videos you guys want to see. I want to try and be more interactive with our viewers. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Happy wargaming, and I'll see you guys in the next video.